Hi guys, it's Drea. Today I have for you my eyeshadow palette collection. I've been putting this off for a while because I know it's going to be a long video. But if you're here, that means you're in for it. So let's just get started. I have tried to kind of organize how I'm going to show you guys these palettes. Let's start with permanent high-end palettes. Wait, they're not all high-end. Most of them. My permanent palettes are mostly high-end, but they're mixed up. Okay. So first, the only chocolate bar palette I have is the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons. I did have the original chocolate bar. I didn't like it that much, so I sold it. But that's what chocolate bonbons looks like. I love this so much. It smells like chocolate, of course, but I love the tones in this, and I do like that there's a pop of color with the pink, and I love this shade here, Black Currant, which is like this sparkly purple, and it's actually not as intimidating as it looks there. I did a tutorial using that. I'll link it if you're interested. But this is one of my favorites. Super, super love that. I also have the Morphe 350 palette, which I bought when it was super hyped up when it first launched. But honestly, you guys, I almost never use this. I should make more of a point to use it in the fall, but I do like the quality of the, what do you call it? Like the foiled ones in here. But the rest of the palette, I don't know. I'm just not the biggest fan. But I still have it, and I'm not going to get rid of it. I do like it. It cost me a pretty penny to ship it here to Canada. Next is the Natasha Denona Green Brown palette. I was lucky enough to have a friend sell this to me for much less than it retails for, so that's the only reason I own this. But I love it. I use it a lot. I do tend to use the greens in the middle quite a bit because that's really what's special about this palette. Like, I don't think the neutrals here and there are like anything you couldn't get somewhere else. But Natasha Denona quality is just really spectacular. Like, they're really gorgeous shadows. So I'm really glad I own this. I don't know if I'll ever get my hands on the other one, but if I have the opportunity and the cash to do it, I am very tempted to. This started as a holiday palette last year. I did a full review tutorial with that. I will link that. In fact, anytime I did like a tutorial with any of these palettes or anything related to that, I'll link them down below for you, just so if you own it too and you're interested in looks with it, you can easily find that. Anyway, this was the Chloe Morello collaboration with Ciate. It's called the Pretty Fun Fearless palette. It's really cute packaging. I really, really like it a lot. It does flip all the way around, so it's easy to hold in one hand if you're a makeup artist. This is now permanent. You can get it from Sephora. It's in stock all the time. The mattes in here are really good quality, you guys. Really good quality mattes. They blend so easily. I like them a lot. The shimmer and glitter shades, they are finicky as all get out. Like, some of them look good on their own. Some of them you need to layer. Some of them you need to fix plus. So I like this palette a lot. But those shadows are finicky, but I love the tones you can get out of this. This is the Lorac Pro 2. It's the only Lorac Pro palette I own. It's actually the only Lorac palette I own because you can't really get Lorac here in Canada anywhere. So I only got this because my mother-in-law picked it up for me from the States. It's not my favorite. The formula is difficult for me personally to work with, and I think it's a really personal thing because some people love these Lorac shadows, but for me, I only ever end up with muddy kind of looks. I don't want to get rid of it though. I need to spend more time with it. This is Clara Cosmetics. They're a brand out of Australia. I found out about them by shopping at Winners, which is just like TJ Maxx. And my Winners had a bunch of palettes from them, and I picked one up, and they're amazing quality. Now this one is brand new to me. I haven't even used it yet. This is the number 2 Pro palette. But the tones in here, like, look at that. So gorgeous. Next time I do a Shop My Stash, I will be using that, I think. And also, one of the first high-end palettes I ever bought was this from Benefit. It's the world famous Neutrals, the sexiest nudes ever. Packaging on this is super cute. It looks like a book. and then you open it up and it's got 2 cream shadows and 4 pressed shadows. I really do not like this. I feel like the pressed shadows are pressed too hard. It's really kind of difficult to work with them, and I don't really like cream shadows, although these are good quality. The only reason I even kept this palette through my last declutter was because of this one shade right here called Blingo. This is such a gorgeous silver shadow. Like, it is so nice. See that? That's the only reason I kept this, because I just couldn't bear to part with that one shade. But the rest of it, like, I wouldn't recommend going out and buying this. Next is the Colored Rain Queen of Hearts palette. I bought this because of Tara Babies. She showed it on her channel last fall, and as soon as I saw it, I knew I needed it. So gorgeous. Look at the shades in here. It's so pretty. So the mattes are like super duper pigmented. Look at that. Like, they're crazy. And then the foiled shadows are really, really good too. I love this a lot, and it was limited edition, and they've now made it permanent beginning in August. Wait, it's August now. Okay, so it's permanent now. Go get it. The Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette. This is all matte, all neutral. It's organized so that it is neutral, cool, and warm tone in each kind of quad, which I love the organization and thoughtfulness that they put into organizing the way this is laid out, because it makes it so easy to work with. And these are super blendable, super pigmented, like really, really good quality. I love Kat Von D shadows in general, but I think this is a must-have. I also have 2 of the Naked palettes. I did have Naked 3. I hated it, so I gave it away. But I do like Naked, even though, I don't know, it's not really my cup of tea anymore. I like owning it, but I don't necessarily use it that often. And same with Naked too. Like, I think these are really good quality if you like cool tone looks. I just don't use it very much, but I like having it. And then probably my favorite out of this whole bunch is the Modern Renaissance from Anastasia. Just such a good palette. I love the tones in this. I just find it so romantic and beautiful, and you can do smoky looks, and you can do summery looks, and you can do neutral looks, and it's just so gorgeous. Like, I love this palette. There's a lot of controversy right now about the Subculture palette. I'm not going to be buying that one, but I love this one. Yes, these have fallout, but it's nothing terrible. And I just really love it. Like, these blend themselves. I've always said that. So this next pile here is all high-end palettes. Almost all of them are high-end, but that's just coincidence. So starting with this is a Buxom customizable palette. These are the make your own. It's not that it's limited edition necessarily, it's just that I made it with colors I selected myself. So what I did is I just picked a bunch of really beautiful metallic colors that I wanted to kind of, I just wanted to use them as singles. So even though it's in a palette, I kind of treat them as if they're singles. So there's that. Next is the Kat Von D Monarch palette. This is so gorgeous. So gorgeous. This gold right here, like the nice deep browns, this rusty orange. This is such a gorgeous fall palette. I love it. And again, like stellar quality from Kat Von D. Oh, this shade right here, this kind of taupey gorgeous. Can you look at that and just tell me, like, is that not so beautiful? I don't know, like, just buy every Kat Von D palette. They're just that good. I bought this one with gift card that I got for my birthday 2 years ago. This was a Smashbox Masterclass Art.Love.Color palette. A lot of people did not like this because they said it was just too bulky, and I agree, it's bulky, but I love it. They have these plastic covers with the names, and then you can lift it up. Basically, you look at it like as if they're rows, and you have kind of a look already made for you. The big circles here are like cheek products. They can be used as eyeshadow, but they're mainly like highlights and blushes. This shade here is one of the prettiest highlights I've ever used, and I always forget about it because it's in this palette, but on the skin, like, I don't even know if it does it credit right here, but on the skin throughout the day, whenever I'm wearing this highlight, I just keep looking at myself going, that is one gorgeous highlight. So anyway, I will never get rid of this, I don't think. I have intended to do like a palette bingo with this, and I have never gotten around to that. So if you'd like to see that, let me know and kick my butt to get on it. I've been really into colorful palettes lately, and this is the new Sephora Pro editorial palette that just launched. These are supposedly limited edition, but I could see them bringing these in as permanent. There's 3 of them. There's this one, and then there's a warm and cool version. But I love the colors in this. You've got like gorgeous glitters down at the bottom, and then all those nice mattes that are just so vibrant. The top row's got some duochromes in it. Like, it's so useful to have a palette like this. I just did a get ready with me with it just so you guys could see kind of like how it performs, and it's so awesome. Another colorful palette that I know has been talked about to death on YouTube, but it's just so good, is the D Mi Vida Loca palette. The packaging is stunning, the colors are stunning, the quality is amazing. This was a holiday palette a couple years ago. I know you can buy this now on like the secondary market, Facebook, eBay, but you're gonna pay a pretty penny. Like, I've seen them go for upwards of like 250 bucks. I don't ever see myself getting rid of this. I've used this so much, and I have seen people that don't want to use this just because it's so beautiful and they don't want to touch it, which I can understand. That's, some people are like that. But for me, like, I just love using this because it inspires me so much. So Kat Von D holiday palettes are usually pretty awesome. If you've never checked them out before at holiday, you should always kind of give them some consideration. This is the 2017 summer holiday palette from Nars. It's called the Loaded palette. I love it. It is such amazing quality, and they're gorgeous, warm, summery colors, but you can definitely take it well into fall. They are like impressively blendable and pigmented. I know that's a common theme with a lot of palettes, but it really, the quality, it stands out. When you use it, you realize you're using an amazing palette. This is one of my favorite all-time palettes. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Shadow Couture World Traveler palette. I use this anytime I travel because I love the brush, for one. I don't even bring eye brushes. I just bring this palette with this brush because it's just so multifunctional. This brush is so good, like, for blending, etc. But like, I'm nearing pan on Intense Gaze here. These neutrals are so easy to work with, so easy to blend. There's some gorgeous metallic shades. A lot of people talk about the shade Pink Champagne. Gorgeous. The shade Metallic is like this gorgeous gold. I love this. So good. I would say, I mean, a lot of these you can buy as singles, these shadows, but I would say if you ever see this for sale somewhere, just pick it up. Here's another one of the Claire Cosmetics palettes that I was talking about. This one I got, this was the first one I got. This is the Desert Rose, and it is limited edition, but I think they still have it on their website. These mattes are super, super gorgeous. They blend really well. This really reminds me, this palette, of the Queen of Hearts from Colored Rain, like the color scheme. These pans are obviously huge. The metallics in here are just so amazing. Like, the quality on them is so good. And at Winners, I picked that up for 15 bucks. Like, you cannot go wrong. This is a fun little palette from Too Faced. This is the Sugar Pop palette. I love using this in the spring and summer. I mean, I think you can see why. It's just bright, cute colors. So nice. The Estee Edit, boy, was that a fail. Like, they launched this huge line with so many products, and then they just gave up on it a year later. I don't know what they were thinking, but this is currently in the Sephora sale section. This is an awesome deal, especially for like the price they're wanting for it now. Basically, this is the Gritty and Glow. So this is the glow side here. These are magnetic, like these are stuck together. This is the glow side, so you have all your cheek products, but you can also use them as eyeshadows. Like, if you're not going to use this kind of bronzy shade, it does make a gorgeous shadow. And then this side is the gritty side, which is like all these beautiful, beautiful metallic, intense, kind of night out kind of colors. I love this brown color right here. It's so nice, so nice. So I'm glad I own this. I'm sad that people didn't really jump on the bandwagon on this one because it was amazing. But I kept telling you guys to buy it last Christmas, so, you know, I did my part. This is the Laura Mercier Daring by Day Eye and Cheek Color Palette. I bought this with money my grandmother gave me for my birthday because I wanted a palette that would just like make me think of her when I used it. And so that is exactly what happens. I will never declutter this, even though I don't really love it that much. Like, there's nothing wrong with the quality of the shadows. I just don't feel like I can get a complete eye look from these 6 shadows. But this blush here, Lotus Pink, is one of my all-time favorite blushes ever. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. The highlight is okay, but that blush is gorgeous. I have the blush in a single, which I'm trying to hit pan on this year. But I don't know. This is still available, I think, on Sephora's website, but it is limited edition. I just think it's not that popular. These here are my drugstore palettes. I don't have too many. I don't know if some of these are permanent or limited edition. I'm pretty sure this one's limited edition. This is from BH Cosmetics. I just got this, haven't even used it yet. This is the Take Me Back to Brazil palette. Super colorful. I'm so excited to start using this. In fact, I need to start using it tomorrow because I want to use it throughout August before, you know, fall comes, because those are some beautiful bright colors. I don't really know what the quality is like on those, but I like this palette from BH Cosmetics so much that I'm willing to like try a lot from them. This is the Foil Eyes 28 color eyeshadow palette. I know they came out with a second version of this, which now I really need to get my hands on because this is so good. This palette, you guys, is so good. Even if you don't like bright colors like the middle ones, these shades here and like those kind of cooler purples, you can get so many gorgeous looks out of these, and the quality is so stellar on these shadows. Like, it's just time to blow you away. Like, they are so great. I have been using this for the last couple weeks and I can't get enough of it. They're such good quality. This one I haven't played with a lot, but the time I did use it, I did like it. I thought it was pretty good. It's from Makeup Revolution. It's the Revolution Redemption eyeshadow palette. You know, just your basic neutrals. This one here is from NYX. This came out around holiday. It's the Wanderlust London. They had different cities, and I guess they tried to like give you a vibe of each city or something. These are good quality. It's just not my favorite. Like, you've got some nice mattes and some nice shimmers. It comes with a soft matte lip cream. It's got a big mirror. It is kind of bulky, but I do like I like the look of it. This shadow here is actually really pretty. Like, it's actually really nice. I don't use this very much, but I should because it's not bad. I've got these two from NYC. They're the Lovatics by Demi palettes. When these first came out, I don't know what they were doing because people were wanting them, but it was so hard to find. Like, my Walmart had all 4 of the palettes, but not everybody did. So I actually got 3 of the 4, and I did a whole video on them. Anyway, they're good quality. I like them a lot. I wanted to keep these 2. I got rid of the neutral one because I just had enough neutral palettes, but they're great, and they were only $7 a piece. This is the NYX Avant Pop palette. Is that all it's called? Oh no, it's called Art Throb. That's right. This, I like it, but I don't love it. In fact, I don't even like it. I use some of the shades in here. Like, I like this purple and I like the orange, but that's about it. I don't know. I just don't find it's the best quality. It's not my favorite. So these are all my singles in Z palettes. This one here is kind of weirdly organized. From here up, these 2 rows are the Makeup Geek Duochromes, the initial launch, those shadows they launched there, which I don't get a lot of use out of, but I do like them. And then over here, I believe, yeah, all of these are also just random Makeup Geek shadows. And then these 6 right here are new ColourPop shadows. I also got this from ColourPop. They send a 4-pan palette when you order 4 shadows, so I just put these in here. But I'm thinking about just making a palette just for ColourPop because I will probably end up ordering more. I do like them a lot, like a lot. And then this little kind of mid-sized Z palette is all my MAC shadows. I debated over whether I should even put like drugstore and small palettes and quads, like these little ones, in this video. So ultimately I figured I would do it, but if you guys want to check out at this point, I understand. These are obviously all just kind of small palettes. These are the high-end ones, and these are all the drugstore ones. So starting with this, I love this. I got this in my Beautylish Lucky Bag from 2017, like the beginning of 2017, and I freaking love this. Like, it makes me want to get that big purple blue Natasha Denona palette. This is the eyeshadow palette 5, which means it's got 5 in it, and then it's the number 10. So there's quite a few in this. This gold shade here is like one of the most beautiful glitters I've ever used. You need a glitter glue with it, but it's great. This is from a brand here in Canada called Vasanti. They're nice quality. I don't think I love them. There's obviously just 3 in here. And this is the Synchronicity Eyeshadow Trio in Destiny. This is my Naked Basics 2. I don't have the first one. I just have this one. And this is in my makeup use up for this year. I'm not trying to use the whole palette. I'm just trying to hit pan on 1 or 2 shades, and basically everything from here over has quite a bit of use in the middle of it, which is good. I'm glad I'm getting some use out of it. If you need a basic palette, like, there's nothing wrong with that. These are both self-made palettes from Anastasia, so you can buy the 4-pan thing and then put the singles in it, and then you get kind of a deal. So this one is like all neutrals. I actually bought this when they were all clearance, but it still gave you the deal. This whole thing ended up costing like 20 bucks for everything. And then these I bought in kind of over time. Bought-in, that's not a word. I purchased over time. I started with these 2 and then just recently bought these 2. This shade is part of the new launch. You guys, if you don't have this, you need to get it. Look at that. That's called Sunset. It's freaking incredible. It's so gorgeous. Both of these are the MAC for Mariah Carey collection. The packaging obviously is stunning on these. This one is called I'm That Chick You Like, and this one is called It's Everything. I can't remember which one I got first, but whichever one I got first, I loved the quality so much that I got the next one as well. They're really great quality. I like those a lot. Obviously, you're only going to do kind of neutral and kind of a little glittery looks with them, but they're just great. And then all of these here are my drugstore small palettes. So I literally just hauled these, have not even opened them or swatched them. These are the new City mini palettes from Maybelline. This one, the colors look so pretty. This is called Downtown Sunrise with the pink in it. And then this one here is like more neutrals, and it's called Rooftop Bronzes. I also have 2 of the Milani Everyday Eyes eyeshadow palettes. This one is called Earthy Elements. The quality on these is, I need to get rid of these brushes. The quality on these is amazing. If you haven't tried these palettes from Milani, you need to get them. Like, they are so good. The metallics are gorgeous. The mattes are gorgeous. Like, they're just amazing. You need to get your hands on these. Especially this one here. I love the warm tones in there. And then this one is just like a really nice kind of everyday nude look you can get out of that one. And that one is in Bare Necessities. This is a quad from LA Girl. It's the Eye Luxe Mesmerizing palette, and this is the shade Fantasize, which is kind of like all kind of purpley mauvey tones. I only used this twice. I liked it. I didn't love it, but I need to spend a little bit more time with it. This one is from Physicians Formula. This is the Shimmer Strips Extreme Shimmer Custom Eye Enhancing Shadow and Liner in Bronze Nude. Oh my goodness. They just love their long names. These are all shimmery. They're all glittery. You probably need a glitter glue, but I like it. I like using this, especially in the summertime. It's a fun palette. I have my Comfort Zone from Wet n Wild, which I never use, but I just keep it for reference. I bought this in the dollar store. It's the LA Colors eyeshadow in Glamorous, the 12 eyeshadow palette. It's fun to play with. They look good when they first go on. They don't last more than an hour, so I wouldn't recommend it. And this palette is amazing from Essence, the All About Roses, and they also have like All About Nudes, and they have like 4 or 5 of these 8-pan palettes. They're amazing quality. Like, you've got a gorgeous kind of taupe to blend shades out with. You've got some nice like glittery metallicness. They're just so pretty, this palette. I really, really like it. Especially for the money. Like, it's worth buying. I only have one of the CoverGirl True Naked palettes. This one is in Jewels, which is the bright colors, and it is a fun palette. Like, there are some pretty shades in here, chunky, kind of glittery green, this really beautiful purple. They're nice when they first go on, but the shadows don't last all day. So this would be okay for a night out, but don't like put this on in the morning and expect it to last through dinner time, because it won't. But it's an okay palette. I feel like I should have ended on something more exciting, but there you have it. There's all my current palettes, including the small ones. I hope you like this. I hope that you found it informative. If you have any questions, just leave them below and I'll definitely get back to you. Definitely subscribe. If you're new here, I'd love to see you around in the future, and give this video a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. And that's it. I love you guys. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.